The Vote Earth campaign was really centred on trying to get as many people in all nations around the world to cast their vote for the Earth versus global warming, engaging everyone to get behind their politicians in this big meeting in Copenhagen.
We approached WWF and asked if we could get involved with an iPhone app.
So this is the welcome screen of the application.
It's quite an amorphous kind of thing to be able to vote for climate change or vote for the Earth. So if you don't create a tangible way for the people to do that, then it's quite difficult for people to actually take action. Come and vote. Now, the most obvious thing is to use the motif from the previous Earth Hour campaigns, like a switch, but that didn't seem to be the most engaging thing to do on the iPhone. So we had to come up with another model.
We had quite a small, agile team that we pulled together, 2 designers, a developer and myself.
I think it was exciting receiving the brief because it was the first iPhone app that we'd work on.
The first stage was just to come up with sketches and try and work out how the user would interact with the application, and that was probably the biggest stage in the whole process.
So what we did is we created the Vote Earth application, which enables people to use their physical human energy to actually send their vote to Copenhagen and then be able to visualise it. And what we came up with is the idea of a dynamo. A dynamo is a machine for creating electrical energy from mechanical energy.
I went through a lot of different stages of coming up with something that looked like you wanted to actually touch it and play with it.
This idea of using human energy to cast your vote, it's also a renewable energy, so it all reinforces those campaign messages. The dynamo itself had to feel like a physical thing, like it had to feel tangible. So spinning this thing on the screen of the iPhone is quite a naff thing unless you actually make it feel like it's actually generating energy, which means we had to create this idea of inertia and torque on the dynamo.
There was probably in the end about 50 different screens, but when you look back at them you can see the progression.
It's the most fun way to actually cast your vote as well.
And then once you see the green button, it's ready to go, sending our vote.
It's sending now, it's getting my latitude, longitude, my location, and now I can see this 3D Earth here.
Your own vote is indicated by the green ribbon.
You can see lots of other votes as well. These are the last 70 votes, and we've had over 35,000 votes so far. To actually model that little Earth, it took quite a lot of iterations. Well, we picked the iPhone for the platform because most people that are interested in climate change and want to actually be engaged on that level tend to be iPhone owners or owners of high-powered portable devices. It's also quite easy to distribute an application on the App Store.
Also got the share functionality.
Using Twitter, and I can email it as well. An interesting thing for Holler to do as well, because we're looking to getting to do iPhone applications, and it's one of our core competencies now.
We got it as one of the featured apps on the Apple Store, which is a great accomplishment for our first iPhone app. It was right up there with the most creative stuff that we've done.
It takes all these simple little actions, one by every individual to actually get any climate change effect at all.
One small little action can actually have quite a big effect across the rest of the world.